Morning, Jason. Morning, Matthew. How are you, brother? Good morning, Ella. Thought I'd bring you here. Just finishing off my cigarette and then we'll get walking. That church you see right in the middle of the screen there, guys. That's St James's Church, that. Top of St James's Road. Got some cracking views over there. Got some cracking views to this side. If I take you past that tree line there, you've got a cracking views. Quite a bit of here in Lancashire as well. It's all views here. If you notice, guys, we're at a cemetery. If you notice. And I'm here for one reason only. This grave here. Which when I finish my cigarette, I'll take you over and give you a look at it. And I'll give you a look at who it is. Kind of an iconic figure here in Blackburn as well. It's this person here. So I just thought I'd give you a look at it. Good morning, Chaz. Good morning, Andy. Morning, UK Transparency. I'm glad you're in UK Transparency. Other day I wasn't ignoring you. Do you know when we were in cemetery with them deer? I didn't see your comments up until yesterday morning. I ran about it on yesterday's live, my mate. Do you know what? And it would be a good idea, you're right, you know, doing a live stream up there, do you know, at night, like a walkthrough. But only reason why I didn't see your comments, because they were going that quick, plus I was watching where I was standing, because I didn't want to stand on any graves, you know, or anything like that, plus watching where deer were going as well. And that's the reason why I missed your comments. So sorry about that, my mate. I felt ignorant, actually, yesterday morning when I read back the live chat. I thought, oh man, you know, I just felt ignorant, you get what I mean, but I weren't being ignorant. Right, come on, I'll get up, get my bagging ticket and then we'll get walking. I want to give you a look at this first whilst I'm here. This here, guys, is one of British Giants. Oh, look at the length of that grave. Now each one of them pieces there, each one of them are a good 5.5 foot long. But this is who he was. Frederick Kempster. Between 1967 and 1993, Frederick Kempster appeared in the Guinness Book of Records. One of the tallest men in England. This is his grave. Now, bear in mind, watch this. Look at my foot there. You get what I mean? If I just put my foot there a minute. Got the length of that grave, guys. You know, I'll give you a read of what it says. Frederick Kempster. The British Giant died in April 15th, 1918, aged 29. Gone but never forgotten by Billy. Big that, innit, Chaz? And I mean, it's some length. You know what I mean? There's some length for that, isn't it? For a grave. And this is Blackburn Old Cemetery, this. Morning, Cheryl. How are you? That up there, St James's Church, right up on top of the hill, if you've noticed it. Nice viewpoint here in Blackburn. Yeah, I know, Shaz, look at the length of that. We have a photograph, Shaz, as when I were younger, me and my mate, and I was led down here at side at grave, and my mate was led down to the side, and he was still longer than us. My mate's mum's give me a copy of it. We were up here with her, one of my mate's mums, and she took a photograph of us both led down. So I think, cool. So that's a Blackburn Giant, guys. Morning, Abandoned, how are you? Alright, come on, guys. Take you for a walk. It's a really old cemetery. It's one of the oldest cemeteries we have, this, here in Blackburn, perched on hill at Rawley. I'll take you over here to the main path. I'll give you a look at this viewpoint from here, and I'll take you for a walk. But we have a lot of this going on here. There's a lot of gravestones pushed down. Morning Tilly, how are you? Quite a few years ago in this cemetery here, suffered quite a bit of vandalism through joyriders coming through the cemetery, and they were knocking up gravestones over. That's one of my fault. You know, to see you guys walking along a bit of a path. Good morning, Pizza. How are you? Now, some of the symbolism on some of these graves is like, it's way up my street. I could be stood here all day, you know, like telling you what each one on one means on each one at graves. But I'm not going to do it because I've not got that time. But you've got some nice big vaults down here. Nice big mason vaults right down bottom. Oh, bollocking this weekend. What's separated on the rail? Ooh. But you know when they're old graves, when they're like this tall. Just come here. When they're only tiny and obscure shapes. But it's an old cemetery. An old cemetery. The gravestone's laid down. So you guys, I've already done, I think I did a big video on this, but I think I split it up into 4 parts because it was so big. But I got a lot of information on it then. We've seen these, they always have these at the end of every terrace. And that's a nice vault there. Check these views out here, guys. Just give you a quick look around. Just give me a different perspective. Good morning, Tom Snipper, 420. How are you, brother? Just give me a little perspective of like what this is like here. Run, Forest. Who's Forest? Right. To a lap of the garden. Alright, Shazzy's running like Forest. Yeah, many of the time in the past, I come and sat there and just took in all them views all the way around. There weren't as many trees back then when I was younger. Many times. Come. Sat there, I've watched deer play, I've watched badger run up and down and everything in here. This is a big old cemetery. Oh, notice, got little gravestones sticking up out of the grass. Oh, come on, set you for a walk. You got to bear in mind, majority of these from like early 1900s, mid 1800s, they're all pretty well-to-do people, you know, to have gravestones. I'm going to give you a look why in a minute. Have you seen marker stone there? See, there's not many of these left in cemeteries anymore. They're not marker stones, look at it. US. See it? That's the subsection US. You've got section S there and section U going down bottom there. Not many of them have them left now. Come on, we'll go on back wall, sorry. Not here in Blackburn anyway. But I'm going to give you a look at something when we step out of here. See, all wealthy people used to get buried within the graveyard, within the walls. There are also other people what got buried out the walls, if you get what I'm saying. Hi Adrian, everybody say hello to Aidan. Good morning Elizabeth, how are you? Adrian. Everybody say hello to Adrian. Morning Liam. So come on, I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to give you a look at what it's like on the outside of the walls. Like some people weren't allowed to be buried within the church. Yeah, check this out guys. Part of somebody's gravestone there. 1897 on it. It's a right little piece. Won't this look odd? It's in this section. In all this section here, just two gravestones. One there and one there. Isn't that odd? And that's been broke. Oh sorry, I've got one here. Got two squirrels on the tree there. Laying. I'll zoom in a little on then. Sorry guys, I just had to get them on whilst over here. They were both running round the tree. So just thought I'd give you a little look at Frederick Kempster. I've done a video on it singly for you all. So I'll put all information I have and up photographs of him and you know things like that with it for you all. Look at this. I'll get that in for you. I want to give you a look at these boards. A lot of these boards were designed by children, local area. You got like all the little bits of artwork. Tells you about over 300 war graves, Frederick Kempster and things like that. And it's a pity all that's all dirty. That was somebody I tried scrubbing out earlier. I'll give you a look at views from this side as well whilst we're here. These are views from this side guys. Which we like. And this here guys, you don't see many of these about. I'll give you a quick look round. Borough of Blackburn signs. Because we're classed now as Blackburn with Darwen Council. That's what we are classed as now. But that's the old Blackburn Borough sign. And on here, it shows you that there is deer, raw deer in the area. This. That's what you see if you come really early in the morning. Bit of information on Adventure of trees, habitat area, topography, walls, so on, so forth. Mystery tours. Will somebody check Midlands mystery tours, see if it is Midlands for us? Look at its old gates, guys. The reproduction gates, these, but I still like them. It's hinges, guys. Special type hinge for them. Yeah, cool, cool. Thanks, UK Transparency. Yeah, Midlands, bruv. Right, Bear, how are you? You can see where old hinges were, and these are newer ones. They're off the new reproduction gates, which I think are cool. Yeah, I know. I've just had a look. I'll sort that out in a minute, Midlands. Bear with me, bruv. So that's the old gate post. Alright, guys. I have to come and give you a look at this. Right, all this here is where the people who weren't allowed to be buried in the cemetery were buried. And it is in some state. Look at the state of it. You look there. Old pots. I'll give you a look. Even down to a part of an old gate post. There. Ridge tiles. Bear with me, guys. I'm looking for some specific, because I come across a gravestone here a while ago. Look, guys. You see all stonework. Blocks there. Part of an headstone. See, I think this here is diabolical, to tell you the truth, me. Honestly, I do. You know, look at the state. Morning, viewers. How are you? Coffins are running all the way right down. It's like, wow. Yeah, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but if you get what I'm saying. I won't walk you down here anyway, so it's still a walk, and I can point out what I want to point out. Here it is. Seen this? This is somebody's headstone, that. Let's see what markings in it. Somebody's headstone, is that? You know what it is? This is a correct pathway what leads all the way down here, this. But out there is where all other people. It's a nice cemetery, SB. I know it's a nice cemetery in there, Andy. But what about the cemetery what we're at the back here? You get me? If you look, Andy, old masonry and everything, what's been around and what's come out at the cemetery, is all in here, mate. It's just been lobbed on it wall. I'll give you a look. This is a cemetery, this. Got rocks there all over. Big pieces of masonry. Absolutely everywhere. It's meant to be a cemetery, man. So let me put it down a minute, guys, because of it flashing out. Look at that. Look. Part of the grave sat there. That's all what that is. Look at all piles. So it gets me goat up this. That's why I've come to do it. You know, on first sight, you'd think, no lie, you'd think, guys, right, on first sight, that there is a structure or something put here, but there isn't. Isn't pathways. Not a structure. See that there? That one at all walls that used to separate them. Separate people. Wow. Bear with me. Let me put you there a minute. I'm going to just go and get a photograph of this thing I'm after here. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just get a photograph of something. Whilst I'm here. Bear with me, guys. Right, have you seen this, guys? Seen that there? This here was an old well. Good morning, Amanda. That there, you can see it's stone structure. That was an old well, that. A really old well. Morning, Smee. Got the greenhouse. There's somebody in there, guys, I can hear them. Check this out, guys. I'm being quiet because we have to be quiet here. Check this out. Seen this? This road for irrigation, this. Check this out. Now this here, if you look at it, what does it look like to you? 2 sets of laddies going down, if you notice. Braver pipe. What does it look like to you guys? Got irrigation outside here. Big square platform. Would you say it's a drain, Amanda? Or would you say it's a bunker? You can see where somebody's been digging it out. It's got 2 sets of ladders going down. It's spade handle as well. It's just its shape, Amanda, if you notice. And it goes way, way, way back. Yep. Way, way back. And if you have a look, it's got loads of channels down here, what look like channels as well. Big, big structure, really big structure. And it's put, Amanda, right on edge, you know, the town. You know, like they used to do with the bunkers. You notice? Right out the way. You know, tucked out the way as well. In this here, it's had a really big shed here, it got burnt down. Had a really big greenhouse there as well. It is strange, isn't it, Amanda? Every time I come up here I look at it and I think, is it or isn't it? You know, that type thing. So every time I come here. So what guys, that's a nice old bath, isn't it? Wow. Look how thick that side of that bath is. I wonder if it's got lion's feet on it. Yeah, it's just one of the things that always makes me think. Always. Yeah, I've got more pics. Forgotten abandoned. Morning, live follower. How are you? I use old/new maps and sites. Think it's Glasgow or Edinburgh University. That way I can usually find whatever buildings were or were not there. See, I have some really old Ordnance Survey maps for Lancashire, but the Ordnance Survey maps, they won't show you a bunker, if you get what I'm saying. They won't. See, what got me were, just a little bit further up there, there's a manhole cover. You know, for the post office, you know, for the wire, you know, telegram wire, there's a one up there. There was one along here a couple of years ago, but then it got took away. But that place is in there, if you get what I'm saying. up here at Sunny Bower in Blackburn. It's like, here, look at that. What use is that there? I'll take you down into a little hour in a minute, I think. Morning, Mike. How are you? So we're going to take you along that way and give you a look at some of the views from over there. I'm going to take you this way. So the maps can overlay us side by side. Yeah, I know they can. I know. I do a lot of that. I do a lot of it. Look for different anomalies in ground and those structures, what was there and now's a field, and you know, all that type of stuff. I do all that. You must be doing what you must do like I do. So you can fold your map and then fold the newer map and put them together as well. You know, it can give you a good rough guess of where things are as well. Morning, Debbie. How are you? So we're going to take your way up to Sunny Bower up top there, and bring you right over Orland and down onto the canal. That's what we're going to do, because there's a nice walk that way. But I opted into taking you this way instead. So yesterday's signal were absolutely rubbish, honestly. Tried to take you somewhere yesterday, and just wouldn't stream down there for me. I think it's only the second time I've tried. Now guys, that there's a Phillips Tower, that on Phillips Road. Good morning, Agents. How are you? Nice and bright here today, guys. I don't know what it's like where you are. It's bright. It's a little windy, but it's bright. Another dodgy phone tower. Yeah, I haven't bring you down here, guys, so I just thought, well, go on then, I might as well take you all down. Just bear with me, guys. National Library of Scotland side-by-side maps for those interested. Nothing wrong with that, live follower. Nothing wrong with that at all, my mate. Wow. Sorry guys, cameras all over the place today. So I'm sporting a bit of weight in bag, so I feel like it's pulling me to one side. The house getting built. Let me pick that up. So I was in Buxton the other day, Amanda. Not cool. Did you visit Buxton Springs, Midland? Midland. Did you visit the Buxton Springs? I've been there. It's alright. Come on, take this way. I'll get you off this road. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get down here. Alright. Went to Buxton College when I was younger, so it's one of my favourite places in the Peak District. Oh, cool. Midlands, bro. Cool. Brilliant. Taking you down this way because it's just a bit easier. Gets off main road. You can't hear out much which cars down on main road. I've got a bit of cool runnings going on now, guys. Some cool runnings, huh? Do you know what? They haven't blocked this off, have they? They have, you know. Stocks might sell me then. They blocked this off, guys. They're blocking that off for. That's just done my head in. So, you know, they get away with everything, don't they, people these days? That's something I wanted to do there, guys, do a U-turn. Morning, Anne-Marie. How are you? Not something I wanted to do that then. Bear with me, guys. Let me get past these cars. Don't want to dox the Reggies, not red plates. Better. You won't now. But look at all little terraces running central with each other. Running concurrent with each other, I should say, all the way right down. Got Clock Tower down there. I took you down to Clock Tower. Last time I were in this area. Oh, look at the little steeple on that. See a little bell tower. Benson House it's called. I like that. Made out of wood with copper on top. Right to date them as well. Right. I don't think things are working out. Oh yeah, what's this big fire alarm going on down here? Let's have a look. Seems to be coming to a lot of dead ends here. All these used to be open. We're going to have a look at this fire anyway. They're burning, aren't they? Just look at this. They're burning over there, aren't they? Morning, Purple. How are you, bruv? And Doc's Reg plates. Publix anyway. Yeah. I know, I just don't like to, Anne-Marie, if you get me. Somebody cloned my mate's reg plate. And what happened were, somebody cloned his reg plate, and they ended up getting him a load of bills, you know, like loads of bills and things like that. And I mean loads of bills they ended up getting him. Like for speeding fines and you name it, he got it. I'm telling you, he weren't an happy camper at all. He weren't. They cloned his reg plate, and they were using the reg plate on dead same car as his dead same colour down south. And now they got his reg plate where? Because he put his car up for sale. You know, on Facebook. He put his reg plate in. You know, like he had it in on photograph. And these big security gates, all these big security gates should be locked, you know. Stop fly tippers. They used to get left open. See, by rights, I shouldn't have been able to walk down there. Let's put it down a minute, guys. There we go. You won't be liable for them DLA contract what it's registered to, and he should have reported it to police under fraud. He didn't, do you know what? He didn't know. He didn't know till he started getting all bills coming in. So what he did contact him. He explained that he doesn't live in London, that he lived here in Accrington. He lived here in Accrington, and at the time, at some of the times, not all the times came up from when parking tickets and speeding fines and things like that. They didn't come up, not all of them. So he could prove on seven I think of the 14 occasions that it wasn't him. He were at work. He had CCTV footage from work, you know, stating that his car were in parking lot, time and dated, and that's how he got it all quashed. But since then, I've never got a registration plate on or anything like that. It could happen to anybody. That's what I think, anyway. We're going to take you on that road there, guys. I'm not going to. I'm going to take you up here. I like this church, me. this guy. Them faces there. I like these, me. The carving on them is so crisp. It's unreal. Look at the face on them. Morning, Logman. You know, that carving there looks like it's had face cream on. It looks that smooth, honestly. St. Stephen's. I love this place here, I love this. Just going to stop here and get a drink, guys. That's what I'm doing. Get out where there's sun as well. The sun is absolutely blinding, it is. Like all little knots it has. Wooden pegs. It's all pegged, all this. All that is. All wooden pegged. And just them bolts, you know, to hold it down onto the top of the wall. But rest it's all been there, being pegged together. All of it. I think it's brilliant, that me. Brilliant workmanship. Unlike a lot of workmanship today. Brilliant places, that. Demi, did you work out which picture I liked yours? That question I gave you. Got all cobble roads, got all great. Imagine laying out every single one of them individually. Doing yellow brick road. No. Take you under the viaduct there, might as well. Oh, every security gate's open. Absolutely every single one. Are you in chat, Andy? Go on, Andy. What viaduct's this coming up? I mentioned I'd give you a look what viaduct it were up last time we were here. What viaduct is it? There we go. Better. Into the shade. You remember what viaduct it was called? Morning, John. Morning, poor dirt farmer. How are you, brother? Do you remember what it was? Cobwall Viaduct. Built in 1850 and renovated in 19... Bear with me, let me have a look at that. Renovated in 1995. I was going to say 1993, but then I weren't sure. That's why I just turned back round, which I'm glad I was. Right, reason why I've come this way, because I wanted to take you down to a church when I were here the other day. But when we got down to church, it was, there a wedding going on. So, I know there's no weddings or anything like that going on today, so I could take you down and give you a look at these old gravestones down here. So that were one of the reasons why I came this way. Was on the tip. It's on the tip of my tongue. Nothing wrong with that, Agent X. Kirk&Co, 1906. And it's never stopped trading, you know, guys. Never. Might not be same people in it, but it's just never stopped trading. No, got a bit of train for you. Got Army Reserves. End of this little estate here. I'm going to get hold of my mate. I'm going to take you all down into the factory there. I'll get hold of my mate first, because my mate owns it. He's renting a bit of space upstairs, but he's using the rest of it. So I'm going to get hold of him and get permission and take you all down. Give you a look at all its old features and, you know, and all that type of stuff. It's full of it. Old machinery's still there. He's hardly touched it. It's because he likes old stuff himself. He bought it for a business premises. And he said, "Morning, Tango, how are you?" He bought it for a business premises. "Morning, Leica, how are you? You alright?" Like I said, I'm going to say again. He bought it for a business premises. But when he bought it and he's seen all old machinery and all its old features and all cast iron and everything, he ended up leaving it all and just using a bit of it. Calls it his own little museum. Which is cool. Does the Ryder pub? Does the Ryder pub still exist? Cool, like, I'm glad you're alright. Stay safe when you're up there. And do like Ayla said. Just pour the cup of coffee on them if they try and grope in you, you know what I mean? Yeah, I spotted your comments yesterday. Spotted Ayla's. Gotta go. Got 200 triangles to feed. Wow, Mark. You're going to be there a while, my mate. Definitely. Get tweezers ready. 200. I thought I had plenty at 48. a few hours. See you at supper time, Mike. Yeah, 200. Arachnophobia, that, isn't it, Anne-Marie? All them get out. Right, come on, guys, we're going to get to the cemetery. Well, this church. This church got a lot of Templar graves in this church. Can all be also be construed as Freemasonry graves as well, but the symbolism's very, very old. You see that church up on the hill there? When we started off at the cemetery, way over there, I was pointing out that church up on top there. That there's St James's Church, that's what I was pointing out to you. Yeah, you stay safe as well, Mike. You're probably used to it like I am now. These are the last blocks of flats we have here. In the 80s we had loads of these scattered about in Blackburn. We had like Millwall Flats, Queen's Park Flats, here at Larkhill these flats. Big complexes of them. Got hardly any of them now. Just them ones. And they're for supporting elderly, believe it or not. It's just the elderly lot get them flats. That was a decent factory to go in that across the road there. It's not anymore though. It's all been took over. Right, when I looked on this church's webpage, they didn't have anything going on. But it looks like, I don't know, it might be gardeners are just out. But it's going to come in, I'm going to bring you in anyway and give you a look. This is the place here. Good morning. Hi yourself. Cool. Some of these crosses and graves. You know what that is though, there, don't you guys? Not the Grail. If you look carefully, you see all its inscription running right down the side of it. Over the dead, I guess everything is built over the dead at some point, which it's, I think people should be allowed to rest in peace. Yeah, I think the same, Amanda, I do. It's in this one. It's in that shape on the end there. shape of a church on the end. You should have a look at this one. Don't know what you guys can see. Very big inscription all the way around it. You notice this? And on this back side as well. And stamp there. Does any of you know what the stamp is? Any of you know what that stamp was for? For a bishop. See, this was a bishop's grave, was this? And that was a bishop's stamp. That. Grave for the sons of Thomas and Sorrow, something. I think that's what that one says. Now, come over here, I'll give you a look at something. You want to see its doorway there? I'll give you a look at it in a minute. See this one? This was for a bishop as well, this. It's big sarcophagus. And if you notice, this had the rail all the way around, but a right big tall rail. You know, more or less railing the guy in. Where's that gravestone gone? Good morning, Queen. How are you? You notice? And stamps on Enford Bishop. Little pinnacles, and cross, and printed in. Don't know what's going on, seems to have a lot of place. Seems to have a lot of place, don't we, today? Right, come on. Take you up here and give you a look at this one. Give you a look at the building as we're walking down here. It's a big place, is this. You want to see it inside? It's in these older graves at the back. Right at the back of church. This is a nice grave there. Now look how crudely done that is. Really crudely done. Inscription outside of them, you see. 1847, this one. But it's the shapes. And that there is a vault. When you move all that, there's stairs going down. Can you tell there's two different ages? See, at the beginning it was only this height. At the beginning, this height. But then they built on it. As the congregation got bigger, they built a bigger church. You notice? Oh, you can tell we all brickwork. That's sticking up back. Yeah, as the congregation got bigger, they built it bigger. That's what they did. Took roof off and built up. Do you see the symbolism? It's wood panelling there. Oh, it's wood panelling. But look at its doors. Well, stud work all the way up. But I do like the wood panelling. I really do. Come here now, just let me stick my head in. Got them leading all the way right down. Come on guys. Just can't take you in because they're up to something. They're doing something in there. But look at all its little towers leading all the way up. All in sections. And that big window up there guys. Look at that. Then we've got where nativity goes. I particularly like this about this place. I'm going to give you a look at this. It's on this side of it. Right, it's a big place. I like them above the door. But there's one thing here, only one thing here what I really like. And it's this. It's in this. That there, we want at corner pieces. Right, you see on top of that doorway there. But that was on the direct, before they built the second layer, that would have been the roof. Well, do you know like when you got your corner finials? That's what that was. That were one of the original ones. And I like how they've repurposed it. You notice, not got rid of it. Sat it there on a couple of new house brick, or red brick, and repurposed it. I like how they've done that. And what it would have been something like that. That there. That's what it would have been. But like, up on top of one of them corners. Like up there. Where it would have been. Just good that, how they repurposed it. That I do like. I'll let you into something guys. Seen that footprint there? That footprint was mine when I was younger. And I got a slap right here all off my mum. Honestly. Seen that now. I've got metal ones up there now if you notice. But it's a nice church, is that? Really nice church. If there weren't people sat in there praying, I would have went in. Right, I did go in, but I would have went all the way in. Morning, Dewitt. They aren't they abandoned? Any idea on its age? 1600 and odds, Shaz. The first bit was 1600 and odds. The second bit came later on, in about 1840. And then they extended it again at the back in, I think it was 1920 they said. As the congregation got bigger again, if you get what I mean. And it started off like a little church, if you get what I'm saying. And then just became massive then. That's what it did. Little rest point. Yeah, it is D-Wit. I like it. In Canada this past week, had to divert an aircraft because 370 passengers were jumping on the seats. Wow. Aircraft was what, infested with bed bugs. Oh right. Wow. Quarantine that then, isn't it? I like little village churches. Do you know what, Andy, I do as well. The really small, quaint little things. I do. Well, they only had about 20 provisioners. Seen this, guys? Yeah, Shaz. Check out blueberries out. All blueberry bushes, these, Shaz. A lot of them. Got that lot there. It's alright, isn't it, to sit down on bench there and have a quick snack, I suppose. Do you know what, we have them all over these bushes, you know, absolutely everywhere. I know they do. Yeah, look at this. They're everywhere, all the way down there. Mental, isn't it? Blueberry muffins, I know. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Anne-Marie, you're going to make me hungry now. I might do live follower, I might do. It's just we have a lot of them. There's a lot of them everywhere here, if you get what I mean. Look at this. Hey, why, you were going for somewhere, innit? Good for kids, milkshake. I know how to look for them. Caroline Lock gave me a lot of course on bed bugs, how to find traces of them. Oh, Mr. Urban Spices. What higher one was that? Dog can't cock its leg up on. I think dog's more likely to cock its leg on bench. That's probably why it's gone rusty. Honestly, Charles. Hey, Ella, are you going to text our friend for me? What time are we on, guys? Getting kicked out here. Right, guys, what I'm going to do is can you fly it through the window? Can I fly it through the window? No, I'm not doing that. Definitely not. Yeah, cool. I'll light my fag and then we'll go for a quick walk, eh? I'll take you down here. Keep walking there. Seen this? This were old walkway. Oh, the sun's gone out here. This was the old walkway what used to take you up to the flats. And what many people don't see, I'm going to give you a look at. Now, I don't really want to give you a look at this because I'm going to end up seeing photographs of it now all over the place. But have you seen this? This is off the old Lion building, this. You notice? But it actually got a lion on top of it as well. If I can get just outweigh this sun, I can give you a look at it. Can you see it there? Don't know how much of it you guys can see, but that is slapped out way and nowhere. Can you see it, Cheryl? From 1853. Used to be on the old Lion building. See, sun's getting me there. Yeah, I like that, me. That used to scare me when I was a kid. Did it, Andy? But do you know what it is, Andy? I'm going to now, we're going to keep that to myself because no, you don't see any pictures anywhere of it. Now we'll see pictures all over Facebook, WhatsApp, all the lot of them of it. I can guarantee it, mate. I've walked past it 4 times with you guys and not even give you a look at it. I'll look at it from this side. Got shield on back of it. And detailing that. It's got all detail on the back of it as well. Yeah, the Lion building, Shaz. Well, it's not here anymore. There was 2, Shaz, do you know, on the gate posts. One on one side and one on the other. And they repurposed that one here. In the early 90s. And I remember them putting it there. Because we actually watched Oak Lion building, you know, all getting demolished. With demolition crews. Yeah, see you later, abandoned. Look, you see that there? That's when that's why I was pointing out the signs up there to you all. We used to be called Borough of Blackburn, but now it's Blackburn with Darwen Borough Council. And this is for Roman era. You notice? See you later, abandoned bruv. You take care, my mate. River Blakewater. Morning, Tim. Well, Blackburn is located where a Roman military road crossed the River Blakewater. The road linked Ribchester and Roman fort that occupied Castleford in Manchester. The route of the road passed east of Blackburn Cathedral and probably crossed the river in the Salford neighbourhood, just east of the modern town centre. And that were in the Middle Ages, was that. And that's what we used to be called back then. There we go. Christianity is believed to have come to Blackburn by the end of the 6th century, perhaps in 596. Wow, that's some age, guys, some age. That's 596 CE, that. As there is a record of the Church of Bloom in that a year, well, put it this way, we were mentioned in Doomsday Book. That's what we were. Thought for all that in for you. This one's from 13th century, this. Don't know what you guys can see because it's very shiny, isn't it? Yeah, a lot of history, Shaz. A bit of history on textile manufacturing in Blackburn. Dates from mid-13th century, when a wool produced locally by farmers was woven into their homes. Velmish wares. Cool, eh? This one here was 1650. By 1650 the town was known for the manufacturing in blue and white. Do you like blue and white pottery, blue and white delftware? Well, that's what we used to do, a lot of blue and white. That's why a lot of our dumps here, when I take you to, there's loads of little pieces of blue and white everywhere. That's why. Blackburn checks and Blackburn greys became famous not for long afterwards. This was the Industrial Revolution in the 1800s, 18th century. First half of the 18th century, textile manufacturing became Blackburn's main industry. From the mid-18th to early 20th century, Blackburn evolved from a small market town into a weaving capital of the world. And its population increased from fewer than 5,000 to 130,000. And there's your Lions Brewery off the Lions building, which that stone pillar over there has on, from Lions Brewery, from Daniel Thwaites and Co. 1807, established the company and he's still in business today. In 1927, Matthew Brown and Co. Like a Nuki Brown bottle, you know how it works. Co. Regulated to what the town's Lion Brewery. Just quickly scanning going through all these with you. I've done separate videos on them, you see. This was 1830. And you know it's in the two cannons there. That's because we have the two cannons in Corporation Park at the top. So I'll get that in for you as well. 72-foot clock tower. That's what we had. Now that clock tower like this, I've gave you a look at some of the pieces what we scattered out, and they're like little arch moon ones. There was some forming a bridge, some forming a pillar with circles in it, and there was also a part of that clock tower which I've been asking for a long time for them to bring them back into the town and display them, you know, for what they was, if you get what I mean. That's our town hall. Italian Renaissance style. (1856). Loads more here coming up. This is Ewood Park when Blackburn Rovers won championship, plus when they were founded. If you're interested in Blackburn Rovers, I'll get that on for you. That's when they won Premiership, 94 to 95. Blackburn Rovers badge. This was Cotton Riots, which I also gave you a look at these Cotton Riots when I was up at Cocker's Lodge about 2 days ago, when it said that a big mob of men come marching up from Blackburn to cause the riots with a cotton baron. Well, that was at Oswestwhistle. That's what that's showing you there. (1901) Imperial Mill, spinning mill, Greenbank, Blackburn. No problem, Tim. Thanks, Tim. Somebody put Tim's link up for us. I like Tim. This was the Queen Victoria statue, which I pointed out to you the other day. That nestles itself on the Cathedral Quarter in Blackburn. And there's the Australian sculptor who done it. That's our cathedral. You can just see that. 1926 it was first started getting its being rebuilt to become a cathedral from a church. You notice that's the cathedral now, and that's how it started. This is first mass fingerprinting undertaken in the UK, which was here in Blackburn. This is the Beatles, when the Beatles performed here at King George's Hall, and where John Lennon put the famous phrase in, 4,000 potholes in Lancashire and Blackburn, into one of his songs. That's the bus station. I don't really want to look at that or that, because that lied. And that's why, and that there is welcome to a Blackburn sign, which we always call it welcome to Darkburn, because it's all weather's always miserable here and it's always dark skied, apart from when we get grand days like this. Might as well get that in as well, eh? So Blackburn is a city. Didn't know that. No, it's not a city. It lost its city status some time ago, and we've been fighting to get its city status back ever since, and we've just not won the bid. And that's because I think it's because Preston is right on our doorstep. So I don't think they're going to have two. They're not put two cities right next door to each other. There'd be no point. I think that's why they haven't. That's why we haven't got a city status. And that building you can see over there is one of our oldest buildings we have here in Blackburn, that there. We lost it about 20 years back, did we, SB? A lot longer than that, Andy. A lot longer than that, bro. Listen, I'm nearly 50, Andy, right? You listening? And it's never been a city all the time I've been alive, mate, if you get me. Thank you, Leica. Uncle Don. What happened to the welcome? I feel good to be back, Uncle Ron. Halfway to 100, Ron. Yep. How are you, Ron? You're alright, bro. I just spotted it then, Ron, when you come in. Uncle Don. Can you take us? Can you take us through that building one day? Yeah, I'll take you through, Johnny. That's not a problem, mate. Definitely will. That's cool, that Uncle Don. Brilliant. Mate, I'm alright, mate. I'm alright, Cole. Getting there, chilling, if you know what I mean. It's one of them, innit? It's like no point whinging about anything or out like that. Me, I just carry on and keep going. But if you're on about my knee's swelling in my knees coming down every day. It's not bad. By the end of the week I'll be able to get some right good miles in. Yeah, busy road here. Really busy road. It's a bit of a dual carriageway here, right on corner. We're at big crossroads. I'm just sat on a load of steps here. Because when I end this, I'm going into town, you see, when I end this. Next week I'm gonna be in pain. Oi, Shaz, that's what happens with me. When I had that bit of a break, wow, when I come back, first couple of days, it was like I'd never been out walking for like years and years. Felt it, definitely. Rain coming tomorrow. Oh, I'm not bothered about that. But that pain will be good, Chaz. Johnny says. Oh yeah. I want to go up the Archstones first day back, but it's gonna kill me. Yeah, it will. It definitely will. I hope to get back over 100 fans. Nothing wrong with that. Ella, how far are we off? Look at this. Unmarked. Unmarked arm response, that, guys. It hurts so good. Get purple. Johnny, every footstep a couple of hours later, it's gonna hurt. But be worth it. Yeah, of course it will. Hello Martina, how are you? It's funny that, isn't it? We had arm response going up there. Yeah, cool, Ella. We had arm response there, just going up there then. And then when we were up at that church a minute ago, we had like 3 or 4 police cars come down at that time as well. So I wonder what's going on up that end of town. Always makes me think. It's at 1980 seating area. 1980s benches. Look at them. There's some age them, aren't there? I'd be frightened of sitting on that, it would collapse. (1980s) benches. Who's not allowing you, Arca? To try, but not allowed. Oh, right. Not a dull moment in Blackburn. I know, Andy, I was thinking that, mate. See, I've been wondering, Andy, right? They haven't took these benches away, right? They've been here a long, long time. So I'm wondering what they're doing with all Larkill here, mate. And this public space of ours. You get me? I know, Ron. I'm thinking that they're gonna snap, honestly. Yeah, Coconut Grove. Yeah, Coconut Grove. I remember Coconut Grove. Right across there where we had Daniels, didn't we? And then Coconut Grove. Also, big veg market, weren't it? Vegetable market, which is not there anymore. Old Thwaites Brewery, that's where that were there. That's not there anymore either. Which is a shame, isn't it? Andy. The benches are older than me, SP. I know, I bet you they are, Andy. I bet pieces of wood are as well. Andy, they're not as weathered as you though. No, I'm only joking, mate. Right, guys. Shaz has just gone live. I'm going to cut this short. I'll meet you all over at Shazzy's. Thanks for the walk today. It's been brilliant. Had a right good chat. So thank you, Ayla. Thank you, Larka. Thank you, Shaz. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Agent X. Thank you, Tango, Tommy, Andy. Thank you, Uncle Don. I'll see you all over at Shazzy's. Cheers, Purple Brother. Thank you, Tommy. Right, guys. I'll see you all over at Shazzy's. Shaz has just gone live. Let's go and see what Shazzy's up to today. Yeah, no problem, Purple. You have a good one, bruv. You have a good one, bro. Sorry, I missed most of it. Yeah, you're alright, Ron. I'll stick it back up for you, bruv. Not a problem. Right, guys. I'll see you all over at Shazzy's.